Imagine for a moment that the asteroid which spelled doom for the dinosaurs had missed Earth by a hair's breadth. What if those magnificent beasts had continued to roam and evolve for another 66 million years? It's a tantalizing thought that has sparked countless debates and fired up imaginations worldwide. Could dinosaurs have eventually evolved into intelligent, tool-using creatures not unlike ourselves? Welcome to the fascinating world of the dinosauroid hypothesis. Back in 1982, paleontologist Dale Russell and taxidermist Ron Seguin cooked up an idea that would make most sci-fi writers green with envy. They proposed that given enough time, certain dinosaurs might have evolved into bipedal, big-brained beings that looked surprisingly human-like. They called this hypothetical creature the dinosauroid, and it's been both captivating and controversial ever since. Now, before you start picturing T-Rexes in business suits, let's pump the brakes a bit. The dinosauroid idea isn't about all dinosaurs suddenly turning into scaly humans. Instead, it focuses on a particular group of dinosaurs called troodontids. These guys were already pretty impressive. Small, carnivorous theropods with relatively big brains, good eyesight and nimble hands. In other words, they had some of the key ingredients that could potentially lead to higher intelligence. Russell and Seguin based their dinosauroid model on Troodon formosus, a troodontid that lived during the late Cretaceous period. They imagined how this species might have changed over millions of years if the extinction event hadn't happened. The result? A creature standing about 4.3 feet tall, with a large brain case, eyes facing forward, like ours, and three-fingered hands that could manipulate objects. It was hairless and scaly, more reptile than mammal, but with some distinctly human-like features. But here's where things get really interesting and controversial. The dinosauroid hypothesis isn't just about physical appearance. It raises profound questions about the nature of intelligence, the path of evolution, and even what it means to be human. Let's start with intelligence. We humans tend to think we've got a monopoly on smarts, but that's not really true. Crows can solve complex puzzles, octopuses are masters of problem solving, and dolphins have demonstrated self-awareness. Intelligence has evolved multiple times in Earth's history, so it's not far-fetched to think it could have happened in dinosaurs too. But would dinosaur intelligence look like ours? That's where things get tricky. Our brand of intelligence, with its language, tool use, and abstract thinking, is just one possible form. Dinosaur brains were structured differently from mammal brains, so their cognition might have been wildly different from ours. Maybe they'd develop a hive mind, or perhaps their intelligence would be more instinctual and less analytical. The possibilities are mind-boggling. Now let's talk about evolution. It's tempting to think of evolution as a straight line leading inevitably to beings like us, but that's not how it works. Evolution is more like a sprawling bush, with countless branches heading off in different directions. There's no predetermined goal, no cosmic plan leading to human-like intelligence. This is where many scientists take issue with the original dinosauroid concept. They argue it's too anthropocentric, too focused on human features. Just because we ended up bipedal with big brains doesn't mean that's the only or best way to be intelligent. An evolved dinosaur might be just as smart as us, but look completely alien. So, if not a humanoid dinosaur, what might an intelligent dinosaur descendant look like? Well, let's let our imaginations run wild for a moment. Maybe they'd keep their tails for balance but develop more dexterous claws for manipulating objects. Perhaps they'd evolve specialized sensory organs we can't even conceive of. They might be able to see ultraviolet light or sense magnetic fields like some birds can. The only limit is our imagination and the basic laws of physics and biology, of course. But let's say, just for fun, that something akin to the dinosauroid did evolve. What would their civilization look like? Would they build cities, develop technology, create art? It's fun to speculate, but we have to remember that their physiology and evolutionary history would shape their society in ways we might find hard to fathom. For instance, If they retained some reptilian characteristics, they might be cold-blooded or have a metabolism somewhere between modern reptiles and mammals. This could influence everything from their architecture, heat-retaining buildings, to their work patterns. Maybe they'd be more active during warm periods and slower in the cold. Their social structures might be utterly alien to us too. Many dinosaurs showed evidence of social behavior and pack hunting. Could this have led to highly cooperative societies? Or maybe strict hierarchies based on physical characteristics? Would they have families as we understand them, or something completely different? And what about technology? The dinosauroid's three-fingered hands might be great for some tasks, but limit them in others. Maybe they'd develop technologies suited to their specific physical abilities, things we can't even imagine because our hands work so differently. One fascinating aspect to consider is how a dinosauroid civilization might interact with the environment. Humans haven't exactly been great stewards of the planet. Would intelligent dinosaurs do better? Maybe their different evolutionary history would give them a different perspective on their place in the ecosystem. Or perhaps they'd face the same challenges we do in balancing progress with preservation. The dinosauroid concept also makes us ponder some pretty heavy philosophical questions. Would these beings develop consciousness and self-awareness like us? Would they ponder their existence, create religions, philosophize about the nature of reality? It's mind-bending to think about, isn't it? Now let's zoom out even further and consider what the existence of dinosauroids might mean for life in the universe. If intelligent tool-using creatures could evolve from dinosaurs on Earth, it suggests that intelligence might take forms we can hardly imagine on other planets. This idea has serious implications for how we search for extraterrestrial life and what we might expect to find. It's crucial to remember, though, that all of this is highly speculative. The dinosauroid hypothesis is a thought experiment, not a scientific prediction. We can't know for sure how dinosaurs would have evolved if they'd survived. The 66 million years separating us from the non-avian dinosaurs is an enormous stretch of time, and so much could have happened. But that's exactly what makes the dinosauroid concept so valuable. It encourages us to think beyond our usual boundaries, to consider alternate evolutionary paths and the sheer diversity of forms that intelligent life might take. It's a humbling reminder that our existence, our form of intelligence, isn't the inevitable endpoint of evolution, but rather one possible outcome among countless others. As we grapple with modern challenges like climate change and biodiversity loss, the dinosauroid thought experiment takes on new relevance. It reminds us of the fragility of evolutionary success and the profound impact that changes in the environment can have on the course of life. Just as an asteroid changed everything 66 million years ago, our actions today are shaping the future of all life on Earth. In the end, while we'll never know for sure if dinosaurs could have evolved into intelligent, tool-using beings, the very act of imagining it enriches our understanding of evolution, challenges our assumptions, and ignites our sense of wonder about the incredible diversity of life. So the next time you look up at the night sky or watch a bird in your backyard, remember, birds are living dinosaurs. Take a moment to ponder the cosmic game of what if, that is, the dinosauroid hypothesis. In a universe as vast and wondrous as ours, who knows what might have been or what might still be out there waiting to be discovered?